Life-saving drug is now available at East Texas pharmacies. KLTV7's J.D. Conti spoke with an East Texas pharmacist who says Narcan can be a lifesaver and not just for those struggling with drug addiction.
A bit of hope has hit the shelves after 1 million overdose deaths this century. This March, the FDA approved the use of an over-the-counter Narcan, generic for naloxone, which has been used by EMS for years to reverse the effects of an opioid overdose. A package of 2 doses costs $45. David Davis, the pharmacy manager at Drug Emporium in Tyler, says this drug can help save lives by countering the effects of an opioid overdose until EMS arrives.
It's made to counter a opioid overdose. It works in the body to block the effects of an opioid overdose and help to restore normal breathing until the subject or patient can get to emergency services.
When every second counts, this new drug can give patients extra seconds.
And if the person has stopped breathing, it will actually help them to start breathing again.
Davis says it's important for the public to know about this product because many overdoses are accidental or related to normal prescription medications.
A lot of overdoses are accidental. People forget that they take their medication. Maybe someone is helping administer their medication. They didn't know they've already taken it. They give them another one. So it's always a great idea to have this available. Even if it's not an overdose, it's not going to adversely affect you. If there hasn't been an emergency situation and it's given, there's no adverse effects. It just doesn't do anything.
The drug debuted nationally at Walgreens on Thursday. We talked to several East Texas pharmacies. Many are still waiting on deliveries. J.D. Conti, KLTV 7 News.
Now, you won't find Narcan on store shelves. Instead, you'll have to get it from behind the counter.